Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be discussing something rather sensitive, right? I'm going to get so much hate for this, and I'm here for it, right? But don't forget, we don't have a go at the children, right? But this is it's what the Inghams are allowing their 15-year-old to get up to on TikTok, basically, and I want to draw attention to it so that they can make it stop, basically, or think of their actions at the very least. Finally, the Raccoon Christmas merch line has been launched. It is the long-awaited The True Crime Is Not Believing collection, so you can get it all manner of merch, including hoodies, t-shirts, notepads, and even actual Christmas ornaments for your Christmas tree this year. So head on over to the merch store, link in the description box below. Your support is much appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's get right back into the video. So we're going to go over a few of the comments which have been left on her account on TikTok, right? So we start off with this one. Somebody just asked, what camera do you use? And she replied, I'm actually currently just using my iPhone, but I've asked for the Canon G7X Mark III for Christmas. By the way, Esme, that's supposed to be a surprise. You were told not to reveal that on your vlog, on the vlog that time. But I would like to say, when you say you're just using your iPhone, do you know how much iPhones are actually costing? They're like over $1,000, the one that you've got, isn't it? I think. Probably. They cost a lot of money is what I'm trying to say. And for you to just dismiss it as, oh, I'm only using that, right? That actually costs more than I think the camera cost. So, anyway. Just something to think about, right? Because when people say, oh, well, when the Inghams, Sarah and Chris say, oh, well, we're the most humble family on YouTube and our kids are so grateful. And then they say, oh, well, you know, I've only got this stupid iPhone to film off of at the moment, you know. It's a hard life, isn't it? Bloody hell. Anyway, moving on. So Esme posted this highly inspirational TikTok, you know, because she's an inspiration and she just wants to help her fans. She says, girlies, this is the sign to just pick up the camera and press record. By the way, girlies is IES. Just want to say that. She also says, no excuses, just do it. So she's been very inspirational there. She wants her fans just to, you know that they can also pick up a camera and start vlogging because it's so easy, right? But she got a lot of backlash from this one. As this person said, probably a bit easier to gain followers when you've already been famous for 8 years. Not hating, just saying it's a whole lot more difficult for everyone else. And Esme replied, if you really want it, you will work for it. And the person replied, you didn't know, because that's true. She didn't work for it. Yes, she did work for it, but not in the way that she thinks she did, right? Okay, because as we all know, she's been exploited since she was about 6 or 7 years old, and she has earned her family, you know, a lot of money. She doesn't see it in that particular way, but that's how it is. She thinks that she's working hard to get these followers, when in actual fact she, you know, she started off with 1.3 million fans on YouTube, you know. This person said, it helps when your family already exploited your entire life. And now this reply from Esme is very telling, very interesting, and just downright annoying, if I'm being honest with you. So Esme replied, I have no idea how people see it that way. It blows my mind. I am forever grateful for the life my parents have given me, and I wouldn't ever want it any other way. Now, I have so many things to say about this, right? First of all, your parents did not give you this life, right? You gave you this life. You did, right? You made your parents the money. You were the one that gave your parents the life that they wanted, right? You did. Not they did. You did. Your parents have never given you anything. You have worked for it your entire life and been exploited your entire life. Now, I would have to say a few other things, such as I you didn't have the ability to consent, as this person has also pointed out. You didn't have informed consent, neither did any of your siblings. I'm sorry your parents sold out your privacy in exchange for profit. See, this is the best point here. Esme, at 6 or 7 years old, did not have the ability to consent to what she was doing, right? She may turn around and say now that she's grateful for it, or not be able to see what actually happened, but at the time she did not have the ability to foresee what was going to happen, right? She didn't, at 6 years old, she did not know that there were predators online watching her videos. She didn't know that there were people distributing her clips to Chris's friends and stuff like that. She didn't know any of this, and neither did her siblings. Aurora, who was born like a year ago, right? She was born online. She didn't have the ability to consent to being born online, right? She didn't have the ability to know or to communicate whether or not she wanted that to happen, or whether or not she wanted every breastfeeding breastfeeding moment to be published online. She can't talk yet, let alone understand where these images are ending up, right? She can't. Neither can Mila or Jace, and the same happened to the older three as well at the time. Even Isla, I would say, right now doesn't understand where these images are ending up, or the ramifications about being online. But she will find out, unfortunately, in due course. Somebody else said, why is everyone mad jealous about this? She's encouraging people to do this. Exactly, she's encouraging people to, encouraging kids to vlog themselves on YouTube. Brilliant, Anyway, Esme says, it's hilarious. Absolutely. So I'm sat here thinking, why is Esme allowed, or being allowed to run her mouth off to complete strangers online, right? Why is this even a thing? Why are her parents allowing her to do this, and why are they not stopping it and stepping in? And then I saw this one. So this is from The Real Sarah Says, and that is her mother. Yeah, absolutely, her mother. Instead of taking her to one side offline, by the way, and telling her, hey, Esme, probably best not to be saying this sort of thing to complete strangers and that, right? She says, you're doing such a great job, Esme. I'm so proud of the way you conducted yourself to actual grown adults on here. Keep being you and encouraging others. You're amazing. So instead of telling her to stop, by arguing with strangers online, no. Sarah goes on to her page and says, Esme, you're doing a great job, keep doing it, because why not? Absolutely, why not? Bloody hell. Model parents right there. She, by the way, Esme has been celebrated for having 200,000 followers, right? Sarah is celebrating the fact that Esme has 200,000 strangers watching her child. Think about that. Let it sink in. That is ridiculous, Sarah. That is absolutely insanity. And just to add, these two people, what this person says, "You're so cute, Sarah. I actually love you." Right? There's so many words I could describe Sarah Ingham as. Cute is absolutely not one of them, right? Absolutely not. She I don't know. It's just not. I mean, as much as Sarah loves the word cute, I wouldn't describe her as being cute. She's more like the battle axe. If battle axes are cute, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe. Now, going back to this original comment here where Esme says, if you really want it, you will work for it, because she is inspirational. Now, we're going to see some of the comments that she inspired, right, because she is inspirational. This person replied, "True, but you can't deny that already having a following has helped you massively." And this defender of Esme says, "Hate to break it to you, but there are thousands of people who follow her because of the content she posts, not because they know her beforehand." Now, the problem here is like the content she posts. She posts miming to Taylor Swift, alright? It's not exactly content. Seriously, it's not content. Stop calling it content, right? It's not. Right? It's just dancing and miming to Taylor Swift. The talent in that instance is Taylor Swift, not Esme Ingham, right? Honestly. Susie replied, "Yeah, people do follow her for that, but you can't ignore the fact that most of her followers knew her already. Nearly no one else has that, so she shouldn't act like everyone has the same chances." Absolutely true and spot on. JD Pops replied again, "That's why she made this video. LMAO. She knows not everyone has the same chances. That's why she's made a video telling those to give it a chance." The thing is that Esme already has the following, and she's trying to act as if everybody can do what she does, because you know, even though she had the starting point, you know. Susie replied, "Yeah, but she's saying that she's had the same opportunities as everyone else, which is just incorrect." JD Pops replied, "Because inherently she has. She might have had a head start, but she'd fail to keep people engaged. If she wasn't making content more people would want to see." I think something's been forgotten here, right? Why is she sat there doing TikToks when she's supposed to be at work? At work. She's not at work. Well, she is at work, but she's doing her schoolwork, isn't she? Why is she making content in the first place? Anyway, Susie replied, "Well, yeah, that's how it works for anyone who wants to make content, but she had most of the work done for her by being famous already, and nearly no one found her on here with no prior knowledge of her." That would be my argument, right? If she was just an ordinary person, right, with no prior following, if she was like any other girl, because let's face it, she is like any other girl, right? Just the same. But if she didn't have any prior following, she has no special talent, she has no special like drawing ability, right? What sets her apart from the thousands of other people on YouTube who are making the exact same Taylor Swift miming dancing content, right? What sets her apart? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? And that's the point. Why would she get followers if she didn't already have a head start in that? JD Potts replied, "That literally doesn't matter at all. She's made it mostly on her own. How negative must you be to disregard someone's experience on an uplifting video?" The problem is she hasn't made it mostly on her own. It's been vastly down to the fact she already had followers. And I'll tell you for why, because even if people follow her just on TikTok and not on YouTube, right, most of her followers are people who used to watch her YouTube, even if they don't now, right? They come across her on TikTok and say, "Oh my God, it's Esme from the Inghams family. I used to watch you," and that's who the followers are, right? Susie replied, mostly on her own, with 1.3 million subs behind her. "I'm not disregarding her experience. I'm saying she shouldn't act like we all have the same chances at getting popular when clearly the game is rigged." JD Pops came back with, "How is she acting like we've all got the same experience? And having 1.3 million subs does not equal having 1.3 million watchers. How negative are you? Chill out." Absolutely don't. They definitely don't have 1.3 million watchers anymore. That much we do know and we can agree on. Susie replied, "She's just saying that anyone can get the same amount of followers as her despite her having a head start. I wouldn't be negative if she wasn't lying." Lying is a strong word, but possibly appropriate. Anyway. JD Pops replied, "She's just encouraging people to chase their dreams. There's people out there with 10 times her followers who've done it without her having a head start, so it is possible. And those 1.3 million subs on YouTube cannot all contribute to an amazing milestone of reaching 200,000 followers. I would say 200,000 followers following a child that they don't know is not amazing. It is creepy, right? It's absolutely creepy. Anyway, Susie replied, "No, they can't all contribute, but most of her followers are probably from that 1.3 million. Do you really think she'd have 200,000 if she was just some random girl?" And the answer there is no, absolutely not. Because she, as I have pointed out, has nothing special, nothing additional. There's thousands of very samey girls on TikTok, right, who do the exact same thing as her. So why would she especially get these followers rather than some other samey girl that does the exact same thing? Yeah. JD Pops replied, "You really think 1.3 million subs that are quite literally mostly filled with adults and pre-teens all ran to her socials? No, she definitely had help, but she mostly did it on her own. Please get a life." Susie replied, "Look, I'm not trying to hate on her. I like her. I'm saying that she's spreading the wrong message by saying that everyone has the same chances on social media." JD Pops replied, "She's spreading zero messages that you're talking about, LMAO. All she's saying is that you can achieve your dreams. There's people without a head start that have done theirs. You've made stuff up." Obviously, there are people on TikTok that have millions of followers without any head start, right? But why would people follow Esme in this instance that you're talking about, right? Because she doesn't do anything special. Susie replied, "Maybe you should get a life and stop trying to defend a girl who you've never met before and has no clue who you are. Seems a bit pointless to me." That's what parasocial relationships are all about, Susie. I'm sure you're aware of that, aren't you? But then JD Pops replied, "You're accusing a girl you've never met of spreading false messages. LMAO. Stay pressed and negative. All this is an uplifting post, and you found a way to make it negatively put across. It wasn't an uplifting post. It was Esme showing off what she's doing, and it's promoting her vlog. That's what the TikTok was all about, by the way. It wasn't an uplifting video encouraging people. It was literally to promote her vlog going on, right?" Susie replied, "Yeah, she is. In all her replies, she's saying anyone can do it if they work hard. Well done to her for trying to spread a nice message, but it's flawed from her. It's like if someone from a very rich family said anyone can get rich if they want. It's giving Molly Mays 24 hours in a day." I'm not quite sure what that's referring to, but I know who Molly May is, and yeah, I can probably guess. JD Pops replied, yes, because anyone can do it if they work hard. You think she gained 200,000 followers by slacking and riding a fame wave from a vlogging channel? No, she did most of it herself. She did not. No, I don't know why she's going on about this, but this is what TikTok is all about. It's full of people like this, right? Susie replied, yeah, it would be nice if it was from someone self-made. I'm not pressed. I'm just confused by the message. Stay defending someone who don't give a fuck about you. I'm not saying anyone can't do it. I'm saying she's not the type of person who can say she's done most of it herself. That's what I was saying before. People do it, but she hasn't done it, and she is spreading the message that anyone can do it when she hasn't done it herself. JD Pops replied, how? Just because her family channel has 1.3 million subs, half of those people forget they've even subbed. She has made it mostly on her own. She's allowed to post an uplifting video. Ruby popped in here and said, I can guarantee you that having a fan base who is extremely dedicated definitely did most of the work for her. Obviously, yes, she would have had to put in some effort, but you can't just completely deny the fact that having a huge following beforehand isn't going to help in gaining popularity when you try to create your own platform. Abso-friggin-lutely. Yes, because her family channel has 1.3 million subs and they're very well known. Why are you so desperate to defend her? Did they sponsor you or something? Unhealthy. JD Pops replied, oh my days, in the least offensive way I can say this, hardly any of those 1.3 million would have followed her if that was the case. Isabel and Sarah would have the same amount of followers, but they don't. That's because they are a bit shit and they don't post trending things. Esme is very big on trends, right? She posts Taylor Swift songs. Now Taylor Swift songs will gather in the algorithms and shit and draw in all the other kids that like Taylor Swift, right? You know, that's basically what it is. And also, not forgetting, Esme's still a child and she's got that demographic, you know, the men that want to watch kids. That's the demographic there. But, you know. And just to finish it off, this person said, it's easy when everyone knows who you are. And somebody replied, I smell jealousy. Absolutely. We're all jealous of kids who have been exploited. Absolutely. I wonder how it's all going to end for the Inghams, you know? I mean, Esme's clearly trying to ride this fame thing, right? And the problem here is that when she gets older, right, because right now she can just do her miming and dancing to Taylor Swift songs, right? She can do that, and similar-minded kids will watch, right? They will, and they'll say, oh, Esme, so amazing, I can't believe you managed to dance to Taylor Swift or something, I don't know, right? But when she gets older and she actually has to create actual content, people are not going to watch her just dancing around to Taylor Swift for the rest of her life, you know, because similar aged people, you know, as going into adulthood and that, you know, they're not going to be interested in that sort of thing. So just saying, you know, find yourself a niche, something else to do. Some people have mentioned, you know, doing crocheting, because apparently you're supposed to be good at crocheting, and those type of videos get lots of views. You could do that, or do something else creative instead of whatever this is. So the end message here, though, is, Sarah, why are you allowing your child to be running her mouth off to complete strangers online? 200,000 strangers watching your child is not a milestone. It's not a thing to be celebrated. It's a thing to be feared, if anything, you know, because I can guarantee right, out of 200,000 people, at least one is of, is a predator, right? At least one will be. And if one person has nefarious intentions watching your child, that should be enough to shut it down, right? That should be enough. But is it? Is it enough? Or do you need a few more? Is that what it is? I don't know. Anyway, if you have appreciated this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.